A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Saturday's for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and Saturdays are for Weddings is that space where we talk about love, culture, weddings, marriage, and everything before and after, the wedding bells go. Now, today we are talking about wedding after having children. I mean, that is probably not new to your ears, but there have been all these, arguments about if a wedding is still necessary when you already have children, or the children just signify that bond and you all are already a family and there is no need to actually go ahead and spend on a wedding or do anything else, because once you have children, then, society is more like recognizing you people as a family. So what do you think? That is what we have brought to you this morning. Is a wedding still necessary after having children, after the couple already have children? Do you think a wedding is still necessary? Now, it's just you and I on the show today as well, so you can also call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is a wedding still necessary if the couple already have children? These days it's not even something uncommon. You go to a lot of places and people already have kids even before marriages. There are even places that some in-laws or some families will demand that, okay, the wife or the couple actually bear those children first before actually even getting into planning a wedding and all of that. And some people would argue that we already have children. These stories, sometimes you hear ladies talk about, since I bought children for him, the whole wedding thing just went down, the whole zeal to actually get married. Then when he used to talk about, okay, we'll actually get married, but after having children, My man started saying, well, I don't want to actually go ahead with the wedding again. People already know us as a family, or it's already a sign of commitment to actually have kids. Some people believe that it's already a sign of commitment if you already have children with each other, and there is actually no need to go ahead with a wedding. So what do you think? Is it necessary to have a wedding after the couple already has children? Do you think it's necessary to still go ahead with a wedding when the couple already has children? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is it necessary to have a wedding? Go ahead and have a wedding if the couple already have children. What do you think? What perspective are you viewing it from? And do you think it's necessary or it's not? Some people argue that it's not necessary and having children is already a sign of commitment, and other people say even if someone has how many children with you, a lot of children, so many children with you, as long as there is no wedding, then that person is not committed to you. The person is still free to do whatever he or she wants, and that is never a sign of commitment. So how do you view it? Do you think the wedding is still necessary after the couple already have children? You can call in and share with us your perspective or how you view this topic, because if you look around, then things like that actually happen. You see that a lot of people already have children. You hear people talk about, I saw myself in my parents wedding photo, but these days it's more like people just have children and then that is it. They already consider this one a couple, or this one's a family. They're happy and no one actually cares about whether the wedding is coming after or not, and they are just recognized as husband and wife. Now if you notice, some of the times when things like that happen later on, when there is an issue, maybe one of the partners will start saying, well, we did not even actually marry. People are calling us husband and wife, but we did not actually marry, so well, I can still go about and do what I want. And so what do you think though? What is your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning? We are talking about wedding after having children. Is it still necessary for a couple to hold a wedding if they already have children? Do you think it's necessary? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Hello. Okay, we cannot hear you. Maybe reposition and then you can call us back again and tell us from your opinion if you think it's still necessary. Maybe that wedding is going to maybe prove something else, or even signify the commitment, or you think just having children alone. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello. Okay, maybe reposition and then you can call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. This is Saturday's After Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and we are talking about wedding after having children. Do you think it's still necessary to hold a wedding, for a couple to hold a wedding, even though they already had children together? Do you think that wedding is still necessary to go ahead and have it? Hello? Okay, maybe reposition and then you try calling us back again. Fight your network and, well, let us hear your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is it still necessary to hold a wedding, for a couple to hold a wedding after already having children together? Do you think that wedding is necessary? Some people view it as, well, as long as children are there, it's already a sign of commitment. And other people feel like as long as someone has not told you that they are married to you, or you have not done any wedding. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
All right, my name is Clement, calling from Boko.
Welcome to the show. So what do you think?
Yes.
Hello. Okay, we cannot hear you. Maybe reposition and then try to call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is it still necessary to hold a wedding even though the couple already have kids together? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
All right, my name is Clement. I'm calling from Bogo.
Welcome to the show, Clement. So, what do you think?
Yes. To me, it's a very interesting topic. And I will categorically state that it all depends. Life is all about choices. Yes. But for me, I think bearing children before showing that wedding commitment to me is the best.
Okay, bearing children before showing that wedding commitment is the best.
That wedding commitment, yes, is the best, because by that time you both must have seen everything. Yes, you must have. You have already, had children. So
after having children now, it's not necessary to go ahead with the wedding again. It's already showing that you people are married. Is that what you mean?
No. After having children, already you are married. Yes. Marriage can be done without church wedding. But then after marriage now, and then bearing children, you can go ahead and then, in the Catholic Church, for instance, it is a sacrament.
Okay.
In the Catholic Church. Yes. So you can decide to, if it pleases you, you can decide to, go ahead and obtain that sacrament. Yes, in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
So to me, it's the best. I'm talking as a person. To me, it's the best.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's still necessary. That's depending.
The process whereby people, people don't, and in our contemporary society now, people, they don't even study each other and then jump into marriage. And before you know, in less than a month, that marriage is broken.
Okay.
And with what is happening in our contemporary society now, a lot of sensitization has to.
Okay, we lost that, but maybe reposition and then you can try to call us back again. This is Saturday's for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning on the show, we are talking about wedding after having children. I mean, that is something that is common. That is something that we see a lot. And some people just have children, and before you know it, they're already living as a family and living together and all of that. And it's considered, okay, those people are married. And then some people go ahead to still have a wedding, even though children are already present. So our question for you this morning is it still necessary to hold a wedding? Is it still necessary for a couple to hold a wedding even after they already have children? They already have children. So is it still necessary to go ahead and, organize a wedding? Now, you all can call in to be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and share with us what you think about our topic of discussion this morning. Is it necessary to go ahead and hold a wedding even after already having children? Now, some people will tell you that as long as those children are there, then it's already signifying that you are committed to each other and there is absolutely no need to go ahead and do a wedding. Some people will even tell you that if someone already had kids with you, like and without a wedding, then it means that from the first place that was the goal, like to just settle down for those kids. And some people believe that after having kids, as long as you are not, you don't have that wedding yet, then it means that you are not committed to each other. So what do you think? is that having kids alone, is it commitment for both of you as a couple, or must you undergo that wedding process, for you to be considered a couple? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Robert Adula.
Okay.
North Bank.
Welcome to the show. So what do you think?
Yeah. My opinion on that is, you see, wedding is something of a Catholic faith.
Okay.
And in the other hand, in Islamic, you do have wedding as well.
Okay.
But if you are saying it must be necessary, we have pagan in the society as well.
Okay.
And so if you are saying that should be a necessity, you are putting pagans out of the society.
So what do you think, though? Do you think that it is necessary?
What is there? It depends on how the person wants it to be. How his faith tells him to go. If he feels he can, it's good after having children to go ahead and do the wedding based on his faith. That is no problem.
Okay.
But we can't say it's something necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means you're saying it's not necessary. It just depends on what the person believes, right?
Yeah, it should be depending on how the person wants it to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. Now, we heard from Robert, and he is saying that it's not necessary. It just depends on the faith of that person. Like, it's your faith is the one that says, okay, you must have a wedding before you can be considered husband and wife, or you can be, sometimes people just even elope and then have children, and then they are considered husband and wife. But some people will disagree with that as long as even if you have children, as long as the wedding is not there, then you're not considered husband and wife. So, our question for you this morning is it necessary to have a wedding, for a couple to actually go ahead and hold a wedding even after they have children? Some people say yes, it's completely necessary to go ahead and hold that wedding, because having children is not marriage, it is just having children on its own. And then some people feel like as long as you have those children, then it's already a sign that you both are committed to each other, which is what the marriage itself is all about. So what do you think? Is it necessary for a couple to still hold a wedding, to still go ahead and hold a wedding even after they already have children? Before, they already have children, they are not yet married, they already have children. So it is still necessary to go ahead and hold a wedding. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. If you have just joined us, this is Saturdays for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and this morning we are talking about wedding after having children. Is it necessary to still go ahead and have a wedding after having children? Hello? Okay, we lost that, but not to worry, reposition and then you can call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. From the way you view it, is it necessary for a couple to go ahead and to have a wedding after having children? Since they already have children, do you think it's necessary? Hello,
good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is David Ekao.
Okay.
Calling from Union. Welcome
to the show, David. So what do you think?
I think though so many people will have several opinions on this kind of matter.
Let's get to your own.
I think as a Christian, since it concerns wedding, church work.
Hello. Okay, we cannot hear him anymore, but Dave. Okay, go on. We can hear you now.
That agreement, that consent from the parents, both parents, for them to marry. That is what is essential.
Okay.
The other thing that follows, it is church marriage, wedding, is a ceremony which the Christian, if you are a Christian, other believers have to bear witness with you. That's why in every wedding, the person that is officiating, whether the priest or the pastor, will first ask you, have they both spoken?
Okay, your network is really bad, but maybe you can reposition and then try calling us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello. Okay, we cannot hear you as well. Reposition and try to call us back again. Is it necessary to still hold a wedding even after already having children? When you already have children, is it still necessary to go ahead and hold a wedding? Some people say it's not necessary because once you have children, just like our last caller was saying, once you have, it's like you've already agreed with each other, and then holding a wedding is not necessary. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling you from the Modern Market.
Welcome to the show, Emmanuel. So what do you think?
Well, the provision for that kind of ceremony, let's say after marriage or after giving birth, has meaning. And from our observation, I think it is the Catholic faithful that indulge in that kind of ceremony after marriage.
Okay.
And I feel that the introduction of that particular sacred ceremony is has reasons or meaning. And if you believe in the doctrine of the Catholic, it is actually necessary to partake in that even after having birth.
Okay.
Yes, me as an individual, after having birth, I don't have problem with it. I feel it is necessary because the reason for introducing it might be so significant that if you do it and you believe your faith aligns with that, is going to work with you according to the meaning and reason.
Okay.
So it's necessary.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. Now, he is saying for him as an individual, he doesn't have an issue with it. He thinks that it's not necessary, like when it comes to him. But then that idea of a wedding still has to hold even after having children. It's depending on people's faith. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, it's still David on the line.
Okay, go on, David.
Okay, I was saying that what is essential, what is most essential in marriage? Because marriage, if you want to define marriage, you say it is a legal coming together of a man and a woman. Consent of both parents of both the bride and the groom.
Okay.
So I will say categorically that what is most essential is that consent, which is carried out during the traditional marriage.
But some people, can you hear me, David?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, some people already even go ahead and have children even before that traditional marriage. So in that case, now that someone already has children, is this still necessary to go ahead and still go to that commitment of going through all the process of wedding or having that marriage ceremony?
Yes, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
The wedding thing is also very essential, very important.
Okay.
So I'm just to say that what defines the marriage is not the wedding. the marriage is the tradition.
Okay.
So the wedding is also important because it has to do with God's blessing and the people around you, hearing you witness and celebrating with you. The ceremony is also important. It's also essential. But in cases where maybe there are no sufficient resources for activities,
okay,
and it is delayed, it is not a problem. Let me use that word.
Okay.
But it should be that the groom or the couple they have it in mind that whenever there is provision,
okay,
they can still go ahead and do the marriage. But it is not what is defining their union.
Okay.
But
hello. Oh, okay. You can still call back and let us hear your opinion, though. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, man.
Yeah. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Chief Akwate James.
Okay. Welcome to the show. So, do you think it's still necessary to go ahead and hold the wedding even after the couple already have children together?
Yeah, there are different type of wedding, as you said, which has different rules. Church wedding has its own rules. Traditional wedding has its own rules. Court also has their own rules. These are the three weddings which are permitted by law.
Okay.
So, in our TIF way, if you did not wed your wife, it's still a visitor.
Oh, okay. Even if you have children, it's still a visitor.
Yes. Even those children, they will be regarded as visitors.
Okay.
Because the wife, you have not celebrated. Because when you celebrate, there are some things you give to the parents, which they know that yes, their child is now married. But if you did not perform that, it means you are still holding their child. They didn't know that. Or even though you pay the price, but it's very significant for a human. So that is my take.
All right. What's your name again?
Chief Akwate James.
All right. Thank you so much, Chief Akwate James, for calling in to be part of the show. Now, I like the way that he said it and related it to his culture. He is saying that from his culture, like as a thief person, whether you have children already together, as long as that wedding, that marriage ceremony is not there yet, then you are still a visitor. You people are not considered, actually wedded yet. Even the children are still a visitor, to their in-laws. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Teso Ayede. I'm calling from Makadi.
All right, welcome to the show, Teso. So what do you think?
Okay. So what I think is this, right? As long as our lexicon is concerned, if you have a child with a woman you're not married with, those children are bastards.
Okay.
I know this term has been used as a way of insulting people, but it's actually an English word.
Okay.
That describes a person born of parents who are not married. Now, I think for the sake of your children, there's a need to consummate your marriage, to properly celebrate your marriage. Become man and wife for the sake of those children so that they are not bastards. Then I also think that I don't think one should stay with a woman, begin to have children without plans to properly solidify their union. The obligations that begin to arise as a result of your being married. Why would you be avoiding those obligations if you want to benefit from having children, which is actually part of I dare say it is the main goal of marriage. Apart from companionship, the next thing you have is childbearing. So why are you taking advantage of those benefits without trying to fully engage yourself in that union? You're just being wise by half. Why do you want your children to be bastards? So that's my actual opinion about this thing.
All right. Thank you so much, Teso, for calling in to be part of the show. Now, we all heard Teso, and he is saying that whether you have children together, as long as you have not come to that marriage ceremony, like you have not celebrated a marriage, you have not held a wedding or a marriage ceremony, to actually signify that you two are now together, those children are even still like bastards. They are still not. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. This is Mr. Emmanuel calling from behind the mic. I'm calling back.
All right.
Sorry, it's like I joined the program late, and If I can misconceive the meaning behind the topic or what the topic entails.
So
it's now that okay.
Okay, it's now that you got it. Go ahead.
It's now that I got it from the contribution of my fellow listener. That I thought is that wedding that usually hold in the church.
No, as long as whether it's traditional, whether it's
okay,
yes.
Okay, it's now that I got it, particularly from the contribution of the last caller. You know, it's just like normalizing what is abnormal. You know that you gave birth out of wedlock. Then you say, since I have gotten baby or I have had children, no need to go and marry or pay the bride price of the mother of my children to her father or to her relations any longer. No, it's absolutely wrong. You are not married. If a woman staying with you, giving birth for you, it's not your wife.
Okay.
A wife is a person that you paid her bride price. So you are not married. You can give birth to 100 children for you, but as long as you have not performed that sacred ceremony, that you have not celebrated that what is rightfully known as marriage, whether in a traditional way, whether in a religious way, however, it's not yet your wife.
Okay.
So it's absolutely necessary because it is a mandatory thing that you are supposed to do for it to be deemed man and wife. So anybody who has not done that is not married yet. That woman in his house is not his wife yet, so it's absolutely necessary.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling back, Mr. Emmanuel, to add that contribution to the show. Now, we heard from him again, and he is saying that he thinks that it's necessary because, well, even if you have children together, you know, the way some people would say, even on here on the show, we heard some people say that as long as you have children together, then it's still considered that you're committed to each other, like husband and wife and all of that. So it's not completely necessary. And that's except if your culture is saying otherwise. But Mr. Emmanuel is saying right here that as long as you have not gone through that process of whether it's traditional marriage, any kind of wedding that you are actually having, as long as you have not gone through that process, you cannot be considered, husband and wife or actually married. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Marysyntia.
Yes, good morning, Dennis. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
You already called my name.
Oh, okay.
My name is Dennis.
Okay.
I just tuned into the radio now, and I've heard what the topic is on.
Okay, let's hear your contribution.
I want to align myself completely with the last caller. You know, the tradition itself is as old as humanity. We might have different traditions, but people know that marriage is when two families come together, the family of the groom and the family of the bride. When they come together, they will know that these people are part of this family via marriage and all of that. So the idea of especially in bigger cities like Lagos, Port Harcourt, sometimes the pressure of accommodation comes in. Maybe the guy is the one that does not have accommodation and the lady is working, or vice versa. But in most cases, it's with the guys. So somebody moves in with you because of accommodation, and then maybe probably even though maybe the person would not even have liked to be with you in terms of relationship, but because they are under pressure. You now decide to start taking advantage of them, and then you end up having children that you have not done the right thing. To me, I want to completely agree that you are not married yet.
Okay.
And you have gone against even the doctrines of this thing. Let me digress a little bit and tell you one story.
Go ahead.
There was a man who lived and worked in Kaduna from this state. I don't want to call his local government for some obvious reasons.
Okay.
You know, his old father in the village married a younger lady who was supposed to be his stepmom. So shortly after, they gave birth to a baby girl, and then the man passed on. That's the father of this man I'm talking about. At the time, he was not yet married. He came back to the village after the burial. You know, the chief culture, they say, okay, this last woman, you are the one that will take care of her, since you are the last child of him from the other family.
Yes.
The man agreed and took in this his supposed stepmother and took her in. And lo and behold, he took her back to Kaduna and they started producing children. They had 2 boys and a girl. And to him, he felt that he was already married and went ahead and wedded with her in the church.
Okay.
When he came back to the village for something,
yes,
about married people, you know, when they're celebrating the new marriage of in a Tiv culture, they're eating a chicken that if you're not married, you're not qualified to eat that chicken.
Okay.
So they were celebrating marriage, and then they killed that chicken, and he was denied that he's not supposed to eat the chicken. So he was I'm married. You know, you're not married. That's your father's wife. You know. Those children are your siblings, your biology, even though you fathered them, but you only did that on behalf of the father.
Okay.
So this is one of the things. So it is good that people who are coming from this younger generation should know most of these things and the implications they bore. Because even in the Bible, I can't remember correctly, but I remembered where somebody who was supposed to take, Seer, his own late brother, and he would make love with the old wife, and then ejaculate outside. God punished him. So there are traditions that people must respect those traditions. If you want to do the right thing, meet the family of the bride, and then you pay the bride price, and then you get married.
Yeah.
So people should stop this issue of just taking advantage of just living in a city and then eloping with girls and then not doing the right thing. And if you don't do these things, you are going to have children. You too, that's the same thing they will do to you because it's disrespectful. When you want to marry somebody's daughter, it must not always be about money, but let that foundation of mutual respect be there from the beginning.
Okay. All right.
That's just my little contribution.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Yes, go on.
Yes, and that man ended up not getting married, but for the shock of telling him in the face in his own village that you don't have a family, you don't have a wife or children, he got stroke and then he later died. But they said yes, this man died without. When they were doing his marriage, they said he died without a wife or children. So that people will know the implication of some of these things.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. We just heard from Mr. Dennis, and he is saying that issue of having children alone, and then saying it's not necessary to have a wedding again. It doesn't make you husband and wife. It doesn't mean that you are now married, because you cannot be defended if there are traditions, of a certain way that man and woman becomes husband and wife, and then you go through the corners and you're having children and you just settle down. Even if everyone is comfortable or happy with it, maybe because they cannot fight you, but they will actually not be able to defend you. Like the story, if you listen closely to the story that he mentioned, even people that maybe they would be on a normal, no one will show any reaction, but when you got to that point of actually saying or admitting or accepting that he is married, they had to tell him the truth in the face, and then told him that you're not considered married, even if you're having children. And then he's also mentioned some of those things that sometimes someone is just taking advantage of. Maybe they are just living together, and sometimes it's even a mistake that the child comes in. So even if you continue living together for so many years, and having so many children, then it is still not like considered a strong marriage or a stance or even considered a marriage at all until you have that wedding, any form of wedding, however your tradition accepts it or however your faith or beliefs and all of that. If you have just joined us, this is Saturdays for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and this morning we are talking about wedding after having children. Wedding after having children. Is it necessary for a couple to still hold a wedding, to still have a wedding, even after already having children? Do you think it's necessary for a couple to still have a wedding, even after already having children? Some people say, well, as long as you already have children and let's say you're living together and all of that, then it's already considered that you both are married and then it's already a marriage. And some people believe that even if you have so many children, with people, with a person and all of that, as long as you have not gone through that wedding process, whether it's traditional, whether it's a church wedding, or however it is, whether it's a court wedding, as long as you have not gone through that, then it is not considered a wedding. So what do you think? Is it still necessary? It is not considered a marriage. So what do you think? Is it still necessary to have for a couple to have a wedding? Hold a wedding even after they already have children together? Or do you see it as long as they already have children together, then it's considered okay, these ones are committed to each other and they are married to each other? Or must that wedding be there to signify it? Because if you look around, we see it where people just stay with each other, have kids, and then they are considered married. You start referring, okay, your husband, that one's wife, and his wife, he's with his wife, she's with her husband, and it's just accepted. That is why we are asking this question. Let's hear your own opinion. Is it still necessary to hold a wedding, for the couple to hold a wedding even after they already have children? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning. Do you think it's necessary, like it's still necessary to still hold that wedding, or as long as they have children, then it's considered they are married? Now, we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And we got some comments. You can also watch live on Facebook from Gange Clement Savishima. He said it's a very interesting topic. Keep it up. And also from Francis, he said, my own opinion is I prefer having children, before wedding. Okay, that's slightly different from what we're actually talking about. Let's hear from Guido. Hello. Yes, good morning.
Yes, morning, ma.
Yes.
Sorry, I see David speaking. I just want to
we appreciate you calling back. Go on.
I was separating traditional marriage. When you say wedding, I was separating it from the traditional aspect of it. So if you meant either whether traditional or court, as long as there is that right carried out, that marriage right. If that be the case, then I will say that it's very essential. Even in the scriptures, you remember in the Bible, Jesus told that Samaritan woman at the well that you have lived with 5 different men.
Okay.
And even the one you currently stay with is not your husband. So that's to say that whether you stay with that man for 100 years, give birth to 200 children, you are never married.
Okay.
So there is no marriage, there is no commitment between you. So it's very essential. It is best to do it from the beginning, like do it before you come together. But if eventually maybe you are ignorant, or maybe, let me use the word mistake or something, a child comes in, that's not a sign of commitment. So once you realize it, maybe those who are listening to us now, you have come to know it, maybe through these means or through any other means, you go and still do the needful.
Okay.
Carry out the traditional rites, and if need be, and if you have the resources, and which is very essential, important, especially as Christians or whatever religion, to still go to the church or wherever you have to go and receive God's blessing, which is very important. So I don't want to correct myself.
All right.
For that mistake.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. Thank you so much for insisting and actually completing that for us. Now, David is saying, even if you have 200 children with someone, I like how he exaggerated it. Even if you have 200 children, it's not considered a marriage. That wedding is still necessary. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I am Lawrence and I'm calling from North Bank.
All right, welcome to the show, Lawrence. So what do you think?
Thank you so much. You see this issue, from the beginning, from the creation of this world, one have and married.
Oh, okay.
Must pay it down, even if it is 1 naira. It is not that.
Oh, we cannot hear you clearly. Maybe reposition and then call us back again, because it's really, really low. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us know what you think. Is it still necessary for a couple to actually hold a wedding even after they already have children? Is it still necessary to have whether a traditional wedding, a church wedding, a court wedding, and all of that? Or do you think that those children already signify, they are married and it signifies commitment and all of that? Because these days we see people just go and live with someone, or people just actually start bearing children, with someone, and then before you know it, we already frame it as those ones are married to each other. They consider themselves married, do everything as a married couple and all of that. So some people agree that yes, that is already considered a marriage, and some people say as long as they did not go ahead with that wedding, no matter the form of wedding, as long as they did not go ahead with that wedding, then it's not considered a marriage. Anyways, what do you think? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning. This is Saturday's for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and we are talking about wedding after having children. Is it still necessary to go ahead and, just have that wedding, whether it's traditional wedding, whether it's church wedding, anything, to just have that wedding after already having children? Because even here on the show, we have heard from different callers. We have heard some who said, as long as you and that your partner agree with each other that this is what we are doing, even if we don't have that wedding, as long as we already had kids together and we agree that we are committed to each other, then it is enough. But some people say as long as you have not had that wedding. Hello.
Are you getting? Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Are you hearing me clearly now?
Yes. Tell us your name again. Remind us of your name again.
My name is Lawrence.
All right.
I'm calling from North Bank, Makodi here.
Okay, go on, Lawrence.
This marriage of a teen, like in a Doma land, where I come. It's not that you must bring all the millions.
Okay.
It's a traditional thing that even if it is 1 naira, like as a baby, he said a man should leave his own father's house and the woman the same thing, so that they band together on one body. That is to tell you that God himself do not want somebody, you just meet a woman somewhere, you just come to my house and you people become husband and wife. It is not done that way. If you look at what is written in Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 5 down, you cannot even divorce your wife anyhow. You cannot ask your wife to go away, I'm no longer interested in the marriage again. There are if you are a Christian there, what you are supposed to send your wife away from your house if you don't want her own way of life again. So if you read Deuteronomy chapter 24 from verse 1, you see it. So something must bind the man and woman together to become husband and wife. Other tradition, or church or wherever you went, you cannot. The pronunciation of your husband and wife. The two families have to agree together. You know, especially the woman, the family from where the woman comes from. They cannot just go away. There must be something, condition given to you before they will pronounce you as the husband of their daughter. That's my take on it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. We heard from Lawrence, and he gave insight. He even quoted the Bible, and he is saying, as man and woman, just that norm of going to have kids together and then just considering yourself living together and considering yourself husband and wife is not accepted. You have to go through some form of wedding. You have to go through some form of actually wedding yourself, like getting to bounding that marriage, whether it's traditionally, whether it's in the church, whether it's in the court, just something that puts you people together. That whole activity of just living together is not okay, and it cannot be considered a marriage. So we'll take one more call before we go for today. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Andrew.
Okay, welcome to the show. Okay, so what do you think?
Yeah, actually, being married, it doesn't matter whether, it depends on how both of you defines what you are going into. Yes, whether traditionally court or church. Depends on the partners, that whether the partners, let me just put it that way. Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether you are whether like getting married, whether you have a kid with somebody, you are still married to that person. Okay,
as if you have a kid with somebody, even if you have not gone through any wedding process, you're still married to that person.
Exactly, that is what I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay.
Because traditionally, as far as you have a children with that, if eventually anything happens, you will be involved. Yes, so you are traditionally married together. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So it depends on how you two defines what you are. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in to contribute to this conversation. Now, he is saying that it depends on how you two actually define what you are. And also, he is saying traditionally, like as long as you have a kid together, then you're considered married. Because if anything happens, maybe to you or your partner, the other person is called. Or to the kid, the other person is called. So it means you people are already bound together, making it not necessary, to actually have that wedding, even after already having kids together. I wish we had more time to actually talk more about this, but not to worry, because we'll come up with something like this even next time, because I can hear a lot of insight from different people and bringing in some kind of perspectives that I think, and I am hoping that you people will also agree that we have to actually touch on those, especially when it has to do with wanting to have kids before marriage. But we'll see on that next time on Saturdays are for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I've been with you on the show so far. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. Keep your dial locked on 98.5 Speed FM and keep enjoying the music and of course all the shows that we'll be bringing to your ears. And also coming up next at 1 p.m. is PD Kids right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM.
AskingRadio.com app available on Android and iOS devices. Download now.